Hello everybody and welcome back to a slightly more bold edition of the WHO Bulletin. Alright, okay, let's get the jokes out of the way right now. Let's do that. Let's just get that... Oh dear, what the fuck? I just started. I just sat down. What the fuck is going on? We've got a really, genuinely really exciting one today for the WHO Bulletin. Not only have I got no hair, but we've also got a lot of exciting stuff to go through. Obviously, the proms was on, and I got to go and see Doctor Who at the proms yesterday, so I'm going to talk all about that. We've got a Whodle to do. We've got 2 weeks worth of Whodles to catch up on, because we missed last week. And the reason we missed last week is the reason I'll be missing a few weeks in the future as well, is this is actually the very last live stream that I'll be doing in this studio, if you will. And I say studio because it's a posh way of saying flat. This is my current setup. It's my current bedroom. It has been for about a year and a half, year and 9 months actually, and I have finally got to the point in life where I'm buying a house, which is very scary, but I'll be moving in very shortly over this weekend, so there'll probably not be a live stream next week, maybe not even the week after, because I'm going to take a little bit of time off after this live stream tonight to kind of reinvent, reorganise, kind of sort it out a little bit, and kind of enjoy that. The hair was an accident, by the way, for those wondering, because I know everyone's talking about that. That wasn't... yeah. But this will be... yeah, moving on. I've been in a lot of different looks on this channel. I've lived in about 5 or 6 different places since I've started this channel, which is fucking crazy. So a lot of different backgrounds and stuff, but this is sort of the newish era. This is the WHO Bulletin era background, all that sort of thing, the Twitch era stuff. So that's... yeah, and another exciting thing. Another exciting thing which I got today, which I got, fuck me, don't fucking break your neck over the fan, you knob. I got this today in the mail, so we'll talk about that. And I'm going to be very wary about what I say because, yeah, but we'll talk about that in a bit. You can talk amongst yourselves about what that might be. But yes, very exciting. A lot of stuff. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Anyway, that's the first bit we always get out of the way, and I completely forgot to do. Dr. Master, Mr. Scarlo, Trippy Intellect, Oasis Central, who I'm sure is having a fucking wonderful day today. Doctor Who's Magical Entertainment, welcome to the stream. Spider-Bat fan as well, welcome. So before we get into anything, let's do our Whodle. We love a Whodle over here. I haven't been to Heaton Park recently in Prestwich in Salford. It's a lovely place though. That is before people started leaving their shit everywhere. Okay. So, let's get on with the fucking hell every time. Wonderful. There we go. How absolutely fantastic that is. So yeah, feel free to ask any sort of questions. I mean, we're going to be talking about the proms in just a bit, but obviously this is our last live stream in this setup, which is really scary and also kind of exciting. Except for me. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask, and I'll try and answer the best I can. But yes, here is the Whodle, everyone. Let's do the Whodle. We love a Whodle. We get different pictures of a Doctor Who episode. We have to guess which one it is, and I know for a fact this one is Resolution, because people bitched about this one, because they were like, unit's been underfunded. I remember that very well. So we know that one straight off the bat. I have no idea what this one is. Who the fuck is that? Chief of what? Chief of what operation? Captain Hector Quell? It's kind of giving Series 10. I want to say Knock Knock, but I could be completely wrong. No. Oh, fuck. Which one's that? Oh, it's the Mummy on the Orient Express. Of course. Wonderful. Very good. That's in 2. Victory of the Daleks, I think. Yep, fucking piss easy, man. Come on. Love and Monsters. It's Love and Monsters, because he makes a joke about Elton, and then it cuts to a clip of Elton John going, I will cry some more. Wonderful. That's quite a hard one, I think. That's quite an easy. That's relatively easy. That one's pretty on fucking money, to be honest. The buzz cut. The buzz cut. We'll talk about the buzz cut shortly. I discuss it in an upcoming podcast episode. We've kind of filmed ahead, so this week's Nostalgia Rate episode won't have me with short hair. But the next one next week will. Again, that's the one where we talk about the Doctor Who proms. I'll talk about that shortly. But yeah, we've got an episode coming out this week, and then next week we've got an episode coming out about the Doctor Who proms, and also talking about my haircut. So yeah, I didn't take a look at the Flash games yet because I just haven't had the time. Obviously, moving house and everything like that, it's just a big process, and I haven't had the time to do that. Which is why I want to take a few weeks off, even after I've moved, to really kind of reinvent the live streams a little bit. I thought that might be quite nice. This could be Aliens in London? Aliens of London. Yeah, come on. You can't fool me with some Series 1 content. I know that shit. I have no idea what this is, though. That could be Utopia? Who's that? I want to say Planet of the Dead. Yeah. It's that sort of night shoot where they had the sort of light over it. Evening Lieutenant Adventures, how you doing? And Peter, welcome. Mummy was dope yesterday. Lots of costumes that I didn't think they'd still have the costumes for. Yeah, well, they keep everything, don't they? And I'm kind of glad they do. The Doctor's wife. Some of the stock footage they cut to when she's going 11, the light, Petrichor, or whatever. Yeah. Spot on. I'm cooking today, mind. 20. Magician's Apprentice. It's when they come back to the Shadow Proclamation, which is just a great scene. Magician's Apprentice is, you know, kind of meh, but I love how wide it makes the universe feel. You've got the Shadow Proclamation, you've got Khan in there. It's great. Maldivarium even shows up. I heard that Disney management likes Season 1. Do you think it's worth trusting such words? I don't know, because everything comes from an anonymous source, and none of those sources kind of will ever be able to provide an accurate feeling as to what a company is looking at. But the fact of the matter is, Doctor Who for the Disney is a very cheap show to produce, and it's very merchandisable. So they don't have to put much. So like a small money show for Disney is a big money show for the BBC, effectively, just because they're just different ends of the spectrum in terms of TV business. And I think that, from my perspective, my opinion would be that they're like probably pretty happy with it, because even though maybe it hasn't performed as well as like the Star Wars shows or the Marvel shows, it was never intending to, and it's also a lot cheaper for them to fund, and they get this fantastic deal. I think they wouldn't be going into production now, starting to film a spin-off, if they weren't happy with how Season 1 performed. That would have been dead in the water. Torchwood character and the war between land and the sea. Yeah, I saw that, and we'll talk about that, I guess, in a little bit. But yeah, that's really interesting, and again, super exciting. And I'm glad they have that sort of inter-universe connectivity. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. I like that. I have no idea. Time heist? Fuck knows. What the fuck is that? Time of the Doctor, maybe? I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. It's a Christmas one, isn't it? Oh, Last Christmas. Yeah. What is that then? What is that a picture of? That's a really good frame because it really obscures everything. I went to and made a video on it. Fantastic. The proms are amazing. Closing time, I want to say. Yeah, come on, piss easy. Runaway Bride. It's a famous shot, man. It's a famous shot. Huh. Smith and Jones? No. Waters of Mars. I'm cooking with these, to be honest with you. I'm kind of racing through. I'm kind of cooking. Unicorn and the Wasp. That's really sad if that's right. Oh, no, it's not. you know what? I've made a really... I rushed into it. Because it was... But the aspect ratio. Coffee cup. Oh, it's the newest one. It's yeah, it's Church on Ruby Road. Because that's the... Oh, stupid of me. Stupid of me. Oh, fuck, what's it called though? Is it the Vanquishers? Yeah. God, I missed the Chibnall title cards, man. Ah, and then there's back to this again, which I think was in our last one, so we've really come full circle now. This is not what I think it is. It's not like... Or the pilot, maybe. But it's not what I think it is. Oh, no, it's not. It was Pandorica Opens. Yeah. Cool. Well, we've done our Whodle. Let's talk about the main topic at hand. So, the Royal Albert Hall. So, yesterday afternoon, at about 2:30... I went to the matinee, sort of midday, sort of ish performance of the Doctor Who Proms in London, in the Royal Albert Hall, and it was absolutely fantastic. If you were there, I'm sure you can attest for this. I don't know if I saw many people, but... Oh, that's really sweet, thank you. Wasn't expecting Christopher Eccleston to be the stream. Yeah, I'm pretty much embodying that, so it's fine. Sorry, can't stay long, but I just wanted to say Proms was amazing and I missed you sadly, but hoping next time I'll see you and thank you for your content in person. Well, thank you very much, Spider-Bat-Fan. I really appreciate that, genuinely. Stuff like that really means a lot. I kind of just make content because it's fun, so seeing people kind of meet up with me in person and say, like, recognize me or do anything, I get extremely awkward because I don't understand why. I'm like, well, why? And then you sort of think, well, actually, people are, people enjoy the stuff you make, and that's really nice to see and to hear. So thank you for that. And I do hope that at the next sort of chance of being at the same thing that you do come and say hi if you do spot me. This is not easy to spot because I've never looked like this, so fair enough. But yeah. What was it like meeting Troy Red Archer live? It was good. It was good. I've not met many YouTubers in person, and it was great to see. Troy. He was there with his mum, and I was with my girlfriend looking for a place to sit down and have a drink, and it was packed. And he literally, I didn't see him. He saw me and went, George, and I turned and he sort of walked up to me and gave me a big hug, and super nice guy, and that was great because also I've just been on his podcast relatively recently, so that was really nice. And yeah, no, that was fun. One of the first things he said was, "What happened to your hair?" And I just thought, you cheeky bastard, I don't even know you. So that was really nice, and yeah, just really. That was really fun. It was fun to just see people generally. I missed a lot of people though. Oh, thank you for the subscription. I like rainbows. But yeah, that was amazing. I've got a good recording of the theme section and one of the Ruby leaving the TARDIS, especially of the organ, if you wanted to show on stream, or if anyone personally wanted to see them. Just be sure, definitely send them to me on Twitter. I'd love to see that. I ran into Troy, Tharies, Confused Adipose, and Dr. Humor. And it was very weird seeing them in person still, but amazing. Oh, fab. No. I don't go to many of these sort of like event things. If I can manage to get tickets, I will. If they're in London and it's like a big Doctor Who event, then I absolutely will try and be getting tickets for it. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, obviously, like, any of those sorts of things. I'll always be announcing on Twitter beforehand whether I'm going to something. So, yeah. Feel free to check that, I guess. If we spot you, we should lob a pork pie at you in some sort of code. Well, that's interesting. I would probably shit myself because I would just be like really just concerned as to why I've had a pork pie thrown off me. I think I'd probably get the joke after a few seconds, but initially you're very confused. So Thousand Confused Oedipus really wanted to meet you too. Oh man, it's such a shame. I feel really bad because I'm sort of like, I feel like I should apologise for that, but no, I was knocking around. I think because as well, I was quite high up. Like my seats were like the rows in circles, so they were like really like top of the top of the shop. So unless you were just outside at the same time as me or at the same quite high up bar area as me, you might not have bumped into me. But I did see quite a few people. But yeah, no, that's fun. That's fun. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, great sort of thing, and I love seeing Doctor Who fans there, just in their element, having fun. Everyone seemed really lovely and had like having a good time, and that was really great to see. But yeah, a lot of love and a lot of passion, and what a fucking event, man. I didn't get a pic with Russell. I'm really awkward with that sort of thing, because I'm sort of like, well, he's here to enjoy a show, but then it was announced and all that sort of thing, but I was just like, he was like right at the other end of the Royal Albert Hall, right at the bottom end, and I was like right near the top. I was like, I'm not going to run all the way down there to try and get a photo with him, because as much as it would be amazing, I was like, it's so far away, and I'm like, I'm too awkward anyway. I don't want to be sat there queuing in the row of someone's seats, but I'm very jealous of everyone who did manage to get a photo with him, obviously. But yeah. Fun. They're going to show it on TV at Christmas, supposedly. Yeah, that would be great. I'm really excited to see that. Fingers crossed. I can spot my fucking glimmering bald head in it. I was in the Rosing Circle too. I was disappointed at first as I couldn't see monsters that came out in I Am the Doctor part, especially with them not being filmed on screen, but got a lot better. Yeah, I think I was sort of a bit disappointed because I couldn't see it first, but then actually I ended up catching a lot more of them at the other side. They come from all angles, so you get a lot of them. And yeah, same, I was trying to have a piss. That's the same as me. That's why I didn't get one with Murray Gold. Just happy to be sat behind him and spoke to him. If you spoke to him, I'd say that's just like an amazing experience anyway. I don't think you need to sort of have the photographic proof, and I'm kind of one of these people who's very awkward about it. I've talked about this on the podcast before. It's like I've bumped into a few famous people who I've just been like, I'm not going to ask them for a photo. I'm not even going to talk to them because I don't want to ruin their day. I don't want to be that guy. Difference with that is like, yeah. I saw a photo with you, Troy, online. So the reason I didn't post about this fucking haircut, right? Not because I'm embarrassed by it. Genuinely, like, I've chilled. Don't give a shit. It's funny. I was trying to keep it from my podcast co-host, Cooper. I was trying to not let on about that. I was trying not to do that. Because I thought, like, it would be kind of a funny reaction. And the funny thing was, I was bumped into Troy, got a photo with Troy. Troy posted said photo, and then I got a message from Cooper being like, have you shaved your head? I was like, fuck. So, yeah. That photo has done me so dirty, though. I mean, it doesn't actually look anything like me in that photo, I don't think, because I don't usually wear my glasses on stream anymore. And the hair. But yeah, it was great. It was great to meet Troy in person finally, and yeah. Have you got the Beetlejuice cup as well? It's a great cup. Especially with his whole family. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do it if it's with his whole family. That's the problem. I saw Simon Pegg behind me in a queue for a roller coaster, but he was with his kids and he had a cap and sunglasses on. I could immediately tell it was him, but I was like, I'm not going to speak to him, I'm not going to acknowledge it because I don't want to be a prick, and I don't want me saying, oh, are you Simon Pegg? And then some nutter like overhear it and go, oh my god, and then it becomes like a whole thing. It's like, you just kind of ruin that person's day, and I don't want to be that guy, you know? I don't want that, like, I'd rather not be known by this person than be known as, oh, that fucking prick who shouted my name out in a queue and ruined the experience I was having with my kids. Yeah. When did you do it? I don't know what that is in response to. Yeah, that and seeing the Maya, is that their name? The ones from the Viking one, saw them harass people in the standing section. I saw the Cyber Master during the Jodie set almost stack it up the stage, which I thought was quite funny. But there was definitely a moment where I thought, oh, he's gone. He's going to fall over in front of everyone. And he didn't, bless him, thank God. But, you know, because he could have actually got hurt there. But I saw a little trip and I was like, oh, shit. Same thing with the Jadoon as well. The guy who was in the Jadoon outfit could clearly not see where he was going. Like, they were trying to leave the stage and he was just walking into people. He was, like, getting guided down the stairs. Yeah, that was rough. Put a meme on the Discord, kind of hair-related. Wonderful. I'm sure that'll be a laugh. Where are we looking? I don't even know where I'm looking. I've missed that completely. Yeah, you had to be directed down the stairs. That was kind of rough, that one. We'll tell Troy about it on Discord after the stream. No, don't. It's not a bad thing. It's just funny because, like, it was so funny. I got this haircut like 2 weeks ago, and I've refrained from putting, like, images of it online because I was like, I'm gonna hide it from Cooper, and then we'll do a recording. It was fine anyway because we had a good laugh about it, and there's a lovely 10-minute segment in next week's episode where we talk about it. Pre-sale Oasis tickets. How can I get my hands on them? Because that would be good to know, actually, because I kind of want to get them. Clips and memes. Oh, that one. Hang on. I can't even...
Wait a minute!
I can't even, like, actually hear. Okay. Wonderful. Kind of hair related. Wonderful. Thanks for that. Would you say this Proms were the best of the bunch? I listened to it and I thought it was really, really good. I would say so because I was fucking there. So I absolutely would say it's the best because I was, like, actually in the fucking room. Yeah, let's talk about that. So obviously you might have noticed as well, if you want to hear the tracks, obviously it's on BBC Sounds. But if you want to hear the individual tracks, I have clipped them for you and put them on YouTube, so you can go and check those out if you like. Some of my highlights probably would be, I would say, The Legend of Ruby Sunday. I think the Sutek theme in that was incredible. I was sat right next to the organ, so my god, when they started playing the organ for Sutek's theme, I almost lost my fucking mind. It was unreal. It was incredible. Same with the Doctor Who theme. And the opening I thought was gorgeous. The transition from the Series 1 Doctor's theme into 15 was just incredible. Like, unlike anything I'd heard before. And it was great to see new variations of old themes, new mixes and new suites put together. It was great to see Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi get a lot of appreciation, and their eras get a lot of appreciation, as well as Jodie. It sort of felt like there was a good little celebration for each Doctor, for each companion. You know, I really, I appreciated that. I thought that was really good. You know, you had I Am the Doctor, you had Vale de Sem, you had A Good Man, you had a 13th Doctor suite. You had, like, a one for each Doctor, effectively. Other than the 9th Doctor, but I think that's kind of fair enough. I guess they did the one, they did the opening, which was, like, the Doctor's theme from Series 1, so I guess that kind of covers it. But a lot of it was about Season 1, Shooty's first series, and a little bit of the 60th as well. And also, yeah, Anita Dobson coming on stage as Mrs. Flood was incredible. Love that. I understand Shooty was probably busy, but you're right, it would have been nice to have him there. In person. Were they recording for the TV broadcast? I think they were recording for the TV broadcast on both of them, and they're probably going to put best bits together. Because there'll just be bits and bats from different ones, and they'll probably just edit it. This is why it's coming out in December. They're probably going to take some time to really edit it together and make sure it's the best looking and sounding event they can get. But yeah, don't mind Shooty being there, but sorry, I just read that. Oh no, I haven't just read that. Don't mind Shooty being there, but I do think the section with him was a little bad. Just very bare bones, and most of it was with the Vlinks. Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? I remember the music of the Spheres was really good. I think I kind of clocked what the problem was here, though. The demographic is different. now, like, you look at the proms from 2008, 2009, there's a lot of kids there. There's a lot of kids there. And there were kids there yesterday, but not as many. A lot of people were sort of my age, if not a bit older, if not slightly younger. And I think that you lose that a little bit, because it becomes a little bit too cringeworthy. They use it for good opportunities, like they have like a bit with Maestro. Great that Jinx Monsoon reprised their role for that. And then to use it as an excuse to play the Beatles, I've got a dog, he's called Fred. I thought that was great. But yeah, Shooty didn't. I can't lie, he didn't really deliver. I hate to say it, the dialogue was a bit Chibnall-esque in a way, because it was just kind of like, music is everywhere. Music is what gives us joy and is happiness. You can make whatever music you like. No music is bad. All music is good. It's all like positive, 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 positive. It didn't feel like the character. It just kind of felt like quite a basic, bare bones script. He wasn't really interacting with anything else that was going on in the sort of little segment there. I think Jinx Monsoon definitely delivered a lot more, because they were just in character and really like over the top, as they are in the show, and had something directly involved with the music. Like when the Music of the Spheres thing happened, right? David Tennant throws the sheets of paper through like a time hole and they play it and what have you. He's interacting with the Royal Albert Hall, whereas Shooty was doing that, but he was just looking at the camera in the TARDIS and not really interacting as much, just kind of standing there and talking. He had like 2 lines and it was like whatever. But honestly, I was cringing. A little bit cringing in that, and I was kind of glad to get past that, because it was a little bit like, they didn't plan that too well, I don't think. I don't know, there's little things, it's like, they're just, I think Shooty starts or something, and he says like, I don't know, I think he says something, and then leaves a pause to get a response from the audience, and in my one, no one fucking said anything, no one made a noise, and then he responds to that like noise, but it's kind of awkward because he's responding to a noise that didn't happen, and it really immediately just takes you out of it. And the use of the Vlinks is clever, because you just use clips of the Vlinks and then put it to Nick Briggs' voice, and that works perfectly fine. So fair play to them, they cooked with that one. But yeah, I thought that was alright. I thought the highlights for me, definitely some of the new series stuff. It was all new series. I actually really liked the 13th Doctor Suite. It was great hearing the Spy Master theme. It was great hearing the MI6 Bond style theme. Yeah, I honestly, I loved a lot of it, and I was really particularly chuffed with it. I was blown away. Honestly, I can't really put it into words. It was a tremendous experience, and I just it's something I've wanted to do as a kid, since I was a kid, and I've never been able to do it before, properly. So to actually sit there and be part of that and be in the room was just that was just incredible. So yeah, no, amazing. Oh yeah, Shooty, the costume Shooty wore was from the Series 2 Entertainment Weekly shoot, I think. So the costume he was wearing has already been seen, but only in like a photo shoot. Doctor Who photo shoot. I can't fucking spell today. I think it's from the Entertainment Weekly one. Okay, yeah, so Shooty was wearing this costume here. He was wearing that on the bit, but he was just kind of in the TARDIS, like talking to the camera. We've seen a lot of bits like that in the advertising, where he's just sort of stood at the TARDIS console, looking to the side and talking. So yeah, I was kind of expecting the Goblin song. Red tartan. He's wearing that one, and it looked great. Yeah. But yeah, I was genuinely really impressed with the experience. It was really fucking amazing, and I have to say, them playing Always a Twist at the end was a lot of fun. I think it was worse than what it was like in the episode, to be honest, because it's not a very good song, but at least they mix it and it's like actually produced in the episode, sang live by 2 people who are dancing while singing. That's never going to end well. You listen back and you're like, this is not a very good rendition of this. But hey, it was really fun to see loads of people in 60s gear with their umbrellas dancing around. Like, even during it was all the performance-based stuff. Even in, like, the Legend of Ruby Sunday suite, they had, was it the Legend of Ruby Sunday suite? No, it wasn't. It was the, it was the Ruby Sunday theme, piano theme. When they were doing that, there was a woman who came through the crowd in a cloak and a hood and holding a baby, which was amazing. A great little addition to it. It started snowing on stage. Little things like that really make it. And for me, that was just made it so much more exciting, so much more interactive, so much more of a showpiece, you know. So yeah, I was gassed with that. It was great. Yeah, really cool. So yes, let's do a quick promo for Nostalgia Bit while we're here, because we haven't done that in a couple of weeks. But I must say a huge thank you actually regarding the podcast. So we've absolutely, I mean, like, recently, and it's thanks to you guys, of course, these have popped off, and I'm really happy with that, so thank you. We've been really putting a lot of hard work into this podcast. It's been great to see it kind of paying off in a sort of viewership sense. So thanks to all who've been watching recently. I didn't get to advertise it last week, but we did do an Alien episode, and then we had a top 5 albums of all time episode, which was a lot of fun. I haven't got thumbnails for it yet, because that's my job to do tonight before I pack my computer away, before moving house. But the next episode is what, George? Next episode is a bit like kind of shooting the shit kind of vibes, just kind of very relaxed conversation, and it ended up just being a lot of brain rot, but it is very funny. And there's definitely one of the funniest moments we've had on the podcast in this week's episode, where effectively we just kind of end up like bursting out laughing at some really dumb joke. But also, if you're in the Discord, we actually answered some of your questions. You actually got to do some Q&A stuff a couple of weeks ago, and we asked you for some questions, and we answered them. We answered your questions. So there you go. That was a nice opportunity to have a few questions back and forward. We'll probably do that again in the future. But that's what this week's episode is. And the week after, so the 5th of September, Thursday the 5th of September, that will be the proms episode. So we did just record that yesterday, and that is going to have 10 minutes of me talking about the story as to why I've got this horrible haircut, and then talking about the BBC proms. I went to see the Doctor Who one, obviously. Cooper went to see a one in Newcastle, which was fantasy and film and all that sort of thing, but it's still part of the BBC proms. So we've both seen different shows. Obviously, the Doctor Who one, Royal Albert Hall, is massive, so that takes up a lot of it. But it was really interesting to kind of talk about that, and then other sort of live film-based shows. So yeah, that's something to look out for. I'm just going to promote that again. If you're not already subscribed, please do hop over there. We're past 150 now, which is absolutely crazy, and we're just going to keep going and going and going. We've got plans throughout the rest of the year. We're rapidly approaching a big little episode 30. I think that's kind of like a milestone, at least it is in my mind. 30 episodes is quite big. I've done many podcasts in the past, as you all know. It's a bit of a meme at this point how many podcasts I've done in the past. But with this, it's something where I've never really lasted this many episodes before. Even with Spill Your Beans, I believe that was only 20 episodes. With other podcasts I've done, definitely nowhere near 20 episodes. So to be here, 27, almost 30, when we've recorded 29 episodes now, so the next one we do will be 30. And have plans all the way up until Christmas and past New Year is so exciting. So exciting. So if you want to see a regular content stream from myself, that is genuinely a lot of fun. And not only a lot of fun to watch, but a lot of fun to make from us as well. This is where to find it. We're here on Spotify, we're here on YouTube, and on Apple Podcasts and a bunch of other places as well. But the main ones are YouTube, Spotify. So if you're not already subscribed, you're not already watching them on here, or you're not already following us on Spotify, please go and do that now. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'm going to do it because it's my last chance to talk about it before I have a few weeks off from live streaming. So it's a good opportunity to kind of shout out about that, especially for the big episode 30, of which there is something quite exciting we've got up our sleeves, which I'm not going to tell you quite yet, but it's a good one. And if you're fans of the channel for a long time, you'll definitely appreciate it, I think. Cool. What upcoming MCU project are you most excited for? Fantastic Four, I think, has to be up there for me. That's quite an exciting one. Oh, let's do. But yeah. And obviously, once again, if you want to see all the clip stuff from the proms, you know where to find them. Obviously, it's on BBC Sounds first and foremost. I don't want to be taking credit for any of the music here. I just kind of took it upon myself to kind of trim them up and sort of put them out there. So if you are interested, I have a playlist on my channel. Oh, shit. On this very channel that you're watching this live stream on, Doctor Who 60th and Season 1 unreleased music, where I've just kind of clipped the high quality recordings from these shows, and put them on here. We originally did it last year with the 60th concert, and you guys seem to really just like having those videos there, so that's great. And then we're doing it again with these, so you can check these out if you really want. But those are the complete suites of those, so that's great. The Doctor's theme is excellent. The new theme is incredible, and there's a bunch of great suites in there of official, clean music. The only things that aren't here are the stuff that's been released before. So like I Am the Doctor, Good Man, Ruby's theme, for example, like all the ones that we've kind of heard before. I'm not kind of putting out there, and I understand as well a lot of people have their issues with it, and that's completely fair enough. I know it's like, I think of, why am I uploading it? I'm not uploading it to sort of make a profit off it. They should not be earning any money, nor should they have ads running on them. If they do, then that's absolutely not, I don't know why it is. It shouldn't do. I know someone mentioned that earlier, but I've put them up on purpose to not be doing that. It is very much as a case of I'm cutting them up and taking the MP3s so I can have them on Spotify for myself and kind of have my own versions of each of the tracks as if they're like individual things. And whilst I'm doing that, it sort of makes sense to kind of share that somewhere. So if you guys want to see it, if you guys want to have a place to watch it, then there it is. But obviously, first and foremost, it's available on BBC Sounds, and later on in the year, it'll be on BBC iPlayer, so keep an eye out for that. I think it's the recording is kind of shit, to be honest, on BBC Radio. It's not ideal, and I think that the organ kind of gets missed out a little bit on that, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some better recordings when the iPlayer version comes out. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people want to kind of listen to the individual tracks and kind of revert back to them. So if you want to do that, then they're all there. And again, it's not for my own gain. It's more of a case of I've already cut these down. I'm just sharing them somewhere. And yes, of course, it'll get views. But hey ho, it's Doctor Who content. I'm throwing it out there. What can I say? If you don't like it, then it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, I think it's only right that we wrap up. Well, not wrap up, but we play a bit more 13 before we head over to Twitch this evening. As I've said, this is our last live stream in this wonderful, glorious setup here. So if you have any questions at all, any queries at all, or anything you want to ask about anything, life or work or whatever, or YouTube related or anything like that, or proms related, now is the time to do so. We've got another 15 minutes before we head over to Twitch. Which, if you don't know, we play video games over on Twitch after every Who Bulletin, and that will also be our last Twitch stream for a little while as well. So if you're ever going to join, tonight's the night. We're still playing Alien Isolation. It's a horror game. It's a lot of fun. It's very it's very anxiety, that's right. But it's a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of fun in previous streams. So if you are new and you haven't actually seen those Twitch streams before, then definitely tune in tonight. It'll be a lot of fun, and yeah, should be a lot of people there to have fun with. So yeah, but that'll be happening at 8 PM approximately whenever I finish this part of the live stream. Yeah, I like that you've put them up. Yeah. I Still Brilliant might be my favourite theme at the moment. Still followed by closely by Jodie's. Apparently a radio presenter said something disgusting about Maestro, which is just yucky. I heard that, which is kind of rough. I didn't like that. It's just bad form, innit? It's like, why are you making personal comments about people on fucking BBC Radio, man? It's like, come on, have some fucking decorum. You're a fucking presenter. You should know better than that. Is the area you're moving to brand new for you? Excited? It's not brand new. It's still London. It's still not far from where I am now, but it's permanent, so that's the big, exciting venture. I am absolutely, thoroughly excited about it. Of course I am. But it's just a lot of stuff to sort out, and obviously the whole thing about packing up a computer and doing all the whole, like, when's my last live stream going to be? It's like, okay, this is my last live stream. I have to pack up after this. Good. Where are you up to with Alien? I really want to watch, but I'm going to replay myself soon to try and avoid things. That's understandable. I honestly can't really remember. We've definitely encountered the Xenomorph a few times. But I think we're now in like a little calm period. Where we kind of came to a natural point, I think, where we sort of met a new character who was sort of starting to question us and fumble about with us a little bit. So yeah, I mean, have a look and join in. I guess if you've played it before, it won't be too bad on the spoilers, but if you do want to keep it for yourself, I completely understand that. But yeah, feel free to join along if you haven't done before, because the streams are a lot of fun. Do you think they'll release a soundtrack for Season 1/Series 14? I think eventually they will, yeah. But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, unfortunately. I just don't... I think they've had plenty of opportunity to do it. And I think it's a fucking... It's just... it's a fucking shit show. Oh, that's terrible, Joe. That was appalling. It is an absolute shit show. I really... Yeah, it's the one thing I'm not really particularly keen on with Murray. And I completely understand that there are valid reasons behind it, but it does feel a little bit like babyish. Like, he does still hold a grudge for some content getting leaked a few years ago, but the fact of the matter is, people want to hear the soundtracks. They're passionate about it. They're making covers of it. They want to hear it. You've done it at the proms. Release it officially. It can't really be that much more work, and it surprises me that, okay, fair enough, Murray has this mentality, but it surprises me that the BBC haven't pushed for it. It's a great merchandising opportunity. People will buy it. People will still buy the Series 10 soundtrack, and that came out in fucking 2017. You know, there's a lot of demand for the music of Who, whether it's on streaming or whether it's elsewhere. It would do absolute fucking numbers for the BBC, and I'm surprised that they haven't done a little bit more to convince Murray to actually fucking release them. Pre-sale is a mess. Have to fill in an Oasis questionnaire. Very, very few people have received confirmation emails. Well, definitely send me one. I'll have to have a look at that. Opinions on Oasis coming back. I'm not like a massive Oasis fan. I don't know too much of their music, in all honesty, but I do like what I've heard, and I think it's a massive moment in pop culture and music, so I'm completely here for it. It's very exciting, and I know for a lot of people it's incredibly exciting. I'm going to try and get tickets to one of the Wembley shows, but whether it'll happen or not is another thing entirely, because it's a big thing, so I just don't know if I see it happening, but you never know. You never know. Fuck off, man. I'm terrible today. I need to calm down. What are the reasons? So basically, a few years ago, I believe something got leaked from the Doctor Who soundtrack, or it sort of made its way online before he could officially release it, and I think he's kind of held a grudge about that ever since. Hence why the soundtrack slowed down after Series 8, after like early Capaldi era, which is a bit annoying. And to whoever fucking leaked that, fuck you, because you've ruined it. But I don't know. I don't remember there being a leak, so I'm kind of trying to work out whether there was a leak, or whether he's just saying that there's a leak, and what he really means is people have been like taking them from the episodes and uploading like the episode rips of the music online, which is not the same as leaking. Anyone can do that, and I don't think that's bad form. It's people want to hear the music, and it's taking too long for the soundtracks to come out, so they do that, and I think that's a fucking fair game. But it might not be what he's talking about. There might have been a genuine leak, so I'm not really 100%. But as far as I've heard in the sort of ever-growing BBC gossip circle, I am aware that he's been questioned about it, but not by people that can make the difference at this point in time. He's been questioned about it, yes. He hasn't been questioned about it by Russell. So it doesn't matter at this point in time, really. It just won't happen in that case. Which is sad, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. he should want to release the soundtrack after the Goblin song popularity. Yeah, I thought the Goblin song doing well in the charts would be a bit of an indicator for the BBC and Murray to sort of release these things, because people fucking want to see their music and they want to have it readily available nowadays. You have shows like Star Wars shows where, like, the day after the finale comes out, the soundtrack's already online. And I thought with Disney we'd probably get that, but it's just fucking bad form. It's the one thing I'll always say about Murray that just it rubs me up the wrong way. He's a phenomenally talented composer, and I think he absolutely deserves the plaudits that he gets. He's fucking amazing. He's genuinely so talented, and a lot of the music he's made for Doctor Who has been like a big part of my childhood, and like a lot of nostalgia I have from like growing up was like music scored by him. You know, him and John Williams, Star Wars and Doctor Who, were two of those cornerstones for me growing up, and I think that can't be underappreciated. That being said, I think his mentality towards releasing the soundtracks is kind of just fucking lazy, and I get that there's genuine upset behind it in places, and I'm sure there's probably more reasons as to that, but he's never really publicly addressed it. He's only said that there will be a Series 10 soundtrack, he will release it at some point, but he just hasn't had the time to do it yet. But I kind of think that's bullshit, because you must have had time to do it. The demand isn't there for you specifically to want to do it. But the BBC, I would like to think, should be kind of not enforcing it, but kind of encouraging and being like, come on, we want to make money off of this, you should want to make more money off this, yada yada yada. It's a lot of merchandising and it will fucking do well, so just do it. Just crazy to me that they haven't done that yet. Well, the Series 10 soundtrack is never released. It might never be. It might never be. We don't know. Like, it just, at this point in time, it may just not ever get released, because we're sat here now, however many years later. I mean, it's been, what, like 6 or 7 years since the series came out. The demand for it's just shrunk. It's not there as much anymore. It's still there from die-hard fans, yes, but it's not quite the same anymore. You'd have to, I think the best way to do it would be to release it as a bonus disc, as part of something else. I think you get like the 60th anniversary soundtrack and then a season 1 soundtrack. Get the 60th anniversary soundtrack and do it that way, where it's like, here, anniversary, and then one of the discs is actually Series 10 or Best of Series 10 or something like that. There's not much I would want off the Series 10 soundtrack. World Enough and Time and Dr. Fall's soundtrack would be incredible to have officially. Twice Upon a Time's soundtrack would be great to have officially. There's some gorgeous music in there, but the rest of the series is like, there's not a real demand for any of that. It's just sort of, we all know what we want from it, right? And it's some of the more iconic music from the end of the series. And Bill's theme, obviously. But it's hard to sort of justify it. It's one thing we can give Sagan. Although he released on the same versions of the tracks as the show and released more tracks and got a lot, as a lot got unleashed by Murray. Well, Sagan released it immediately, but Sagan's problem is he didn't cut them into like short tracks. He would make a 10-minute suite, and a lot of it would just be silence and noise. So my grievance with Sagan's tracks is, I think, again, both of them phenomenal composers, but their release strategies, I love how quick Sagan released his music, and I'm always grateful for that. But like, you want to get the Flux theme. There's an iconic motif for the Flux, and it's brilliant. However, if you want to hear it, you have to listen to a 10-minute track, and it's in for like 30 seconds to a minute of it. And I'd rather them just snip that minute out and make it its own track and call it the Flux theme. What are your thoughts on the theory of Matt Smith playing the Master? Love it. It's a fun idea. It's a bit camp, but I'm fucking here for it. I think that'll be a laugh. Yeah, at this point, I think Series 10 will not release, but Series 1 will at some point. I think Series 1 will, yeah. It's great hearing Bill's theme. Unreleased by Murray, I mean. Yeah, like Me and My Mates is a 10-minute track. And the ending is fantastic. But the whole score, you don't actually want to sit and listen to that. Like, when you hear Westminster Bridge, you don't have to hear it accompanied by a lot of other stuff. It does sound quite lazy of me and quite, I don't know, just kind of a bit naff of me, and it's not very critical and I don't know. It's not a good look to sort of slag it off, and I'm not trying to slag it off. But I just think that you could just do, I don't know, you just don't need to do it like that. That may not be the way it's consumed, but I think he's basically, the reason he was able to release it so quickly is because what he's releasing is TV mixes, not soundtracks like you'd see it in a traditional sense. And that's why Murray takes longer with his, is because they're proper TV soundtracks and they take time to clip it and find the right ins and out moments. And yeah, some tracks get only half played, but there's a full piece composed for it, you know. So that's sort of a way of doing it where it's like, that's difficult, and you can kind of understand that in a way. What are your thoughts on on that Twitter thread? What Twitter thread? Please divulge more information about said Twitter thread so I can comment on it. Oh, the 2 greatest hits of the collection includes season 10. What do you mean? Doctor Who greatest hits of the collection. What do you mean? What is that? What even is that? I don't know what that is. I'm just getting a book. Oh right, that would be a cool release. I thought you meant there was a thing that actually came out. I've got a playlist that works as a companion suite and I don't like skipping through, but I have to for me and my mates. Did Murray release the It's a Sin and Years soundtrack? No, he never did. So that's the other thing as well. It's sad. But Russell isn't someone who like demands that and isn't really bothered about it. And I think for Years and It's a Sin, okay, fair enough, because they're sort of smaller TV productions. You don't need to be releasing soundtracks for them, and it probably won't make as much of a profit as you may want it to. So I understand that more. However, what I don't get is not doing that with Doctor Who, because it's Doctor fucking Who, and we're talking about you can release Blu-ray box sets and fund massive trailers and behind-the-scenes features for it, because you know it'll have a demographic and it will sell out. £55 a box set and it will sell out. Oh, the person who started from Series 5 after watching House of the Dragon. Oh yeah, I have been watching that thread, and I'm a big fan of it. I think it's very sweet, and it's also really wholesome. It's the same reason I loved watching the Blind Wave reactions, right? Because you're watching someone watch a show that you love for the very first time, and it's a fucking amazing thing to see. It's amazing. It never gets old saying that, you know. It's an amazing thing to see that. And I think it was the same thing again with watching reaction videos and shit. It's like the same difference. It's always like an enjoyable and sort of nostalgic experience to see someone fall in love with a show you've loved for years for the very first time, you know. And I think that's the exciting thing about that. And I love nothing more than seeing those sorts of threads and those sorts of discoveries, watching Matt Smith and House of the Dragon and then watching Doctor Who because it's been recommended. Amazing, perfect, wonderful. That's the best thing, and any Doctor Who fan should love that. Some people like to gatekeep it a little bit, but I think it's marvellous. I think it's wonderful, and I think great for that person who's finding a little bit of sort of Twitter success off it in a way. Good for them, honestly. I love it. I really love it. If they do release a soundtrack for Season 1/Series 14, I hope it includes the version of the Goblin song sung by Shooty and Billy. Yeah, me too. Opinions on the unit guy from Children of Earth being in war between Land and Sea must be a pretty massive invasion. Yeah, because he's from America, isn't he, in the Children of Earth stuff. He's a representative of the US. I love it. I think it's a great idea. I love proper inter-universe connectivity. It's a bit of like a little bit what Star Wars does, and I love what Star Wars does with that sort of stuff. I think it's super creative, and it feels really satisfying as a fan to watch that and see things come together in that way. It sounds daft because it's literally just like a guy who was in a Doctor Who spin-off one time, but that kind of connectivity you go back and rewatch. He has a pivotal role in this spin-off that's more important than it was in Children of Earth. That'll make Children of Earth better on rewatch. Do you know what I mean? Shit, that's not what I want to do. Shit. Hartnell making it incredibly difficult to do anything here. Fuck off, man. Jesus wept. Well, we got to Tenant anyway. That's good. Didn't mean to get to Tenant, but you know, at least it clears up the board a little bit. I'm going to keep playing this until we get there. I know it's 8 o'clock now, and when in a minute we'll be heading over to Twitch, but I do want to finish this. Normally try and keep the highest Doctor in the bottom left. Well, I tried. I fucked it up, and I've managed to somehow get Paul McGann there, so I'm pretty happy with that. Children of Earth is excellent television though, so I'm not surprised. I'd probably rewatch it eventually. I haven't watched it in a long time. I watched it once, and I watched it live on YouTube. Not live on YouTube, but I recorded my reactions, which is the first time I've ever done that with a TV show. And the last time I've ever done that with a TV show. Maybe we should do some more reactions in the future, maybe. I don't know, would people want to see that? Would people want to see my reactions to stuff? I don't feel like there's much love in reactions anymore, especially for someone like me who's seen it all before. Class, maybe, would be the only thing I probably haven't seen literally since it came out. And didn't enjoy then. Certainly won't enjoy now. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll find new love in it. Cooking. I was cooking. Can't really cook too hard here. Rewatched it in May. It's so good. Alright, John Hurt. God damn. I need to go slowly here and work out what I'm doing manually. Or bit by bit. Bit by bit. Okay. Okay. So, struggling a tiny bit here, but we're doing alright. Let's not be too hasty though. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, and I shouldn't. This will be the last time we play 13 on a stream for a little while, so I don't want to take the piss here. Oh, that's really fucking annoying, but actually that's worked out quite well. Damn, look at that. Fuck. Not expecting that to happen. But now I'm a teeny, tiny little bit fucked. But that's okay as well. That's okay as well. Okay. We're kind of cooking. Kind of cooking. Kind of cooking, though. Not really 100% cooking yet. See, I don't really want to go down, so but I'm gonna have to. That's really... Yeah, that's kind of fucking annoying, really, to be honest. That's fine. Didn't really actually mean anything anyway, so that's fine. Okay. And then... down. Kind of cooking by just taking it a little bit slowly here, which is okay. And that's currently working out quite well for us. So... I'm not going to tempt fate, though, and start to be all Billy Big Bollocks about it. Okay. Okay, that's good. I didn't mean to do that. That's kind of fucking annoying, actually. Now I've fucked it, definitely, royally. Fuck's sake, George. Not terrible, but not really ideal, to be honest, having Tenant, like, right there. I don't think that's what anyone wanted, really. The whole crowd fucking hated that one. Just fuck off, Hartnell. Why are you always fucking lingering around there? Dick. Just another fucking Colin Baker that I don't need. Motherfucker, I swear to God. Every time I get slightly close. Another poem again. We're doing alright in terms of score. It's far from our high score, but still fine. We're still, like, alive. We're still alive and well here. I always think it's like always like dead in a video game. So I'll never like lose. So you're dead. You'll die. We're still alive. Yeah, of course we're still fucking alive. It's getting close to fucking up now, definitely. There's too many miscellaneous Hartnells and Troughtons knocking around that we can't quite get to. And that concerns me. That would definitely fuck now, surely. May as well go up here. Alright, sure. We're doing something. I feel like something's happening here, but it's not much. Yeah, now it's fucked. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, shit. It will do now, though. Yeah, now we're fucked. Cool, yeah. Well, that is that for our final live Who Bulletin in this little studio or bedroom or whatever you want to call it. Before I leave, I wanted to sort of say a few things. First of all, because obviously it's the last one in this place and I'll be moving house, it's likely that I won't be live streaming next Tuesday or maybe the Tuesday after. I want to take some time away to really rejig the formula of this. I feel like it's one of those shows with the Who Bulletin where I've become kind of lazy with it and I've been a little bit complacent with it, and I really want to revamp it and have a couple of weeks off, bring it back bigger and bolder than ever, and do something exciting with it, as opposed to just waffling. So tell me, obviously, I mean, join the Discord server, first of all. Linked in the description below is a Discord server. You can join that and stay up to date with all the stuff we do. But best of all, you can suggest stuff. You can come up with ideas. You can talk to me on there, chat to me, ask me questions, all that sort of thing. I'm not always available, but if you tag me, I'll come and find it at some point and reply to you. So I'd love to hear your ideas of what would work better for the Who Bulletin in terms of structure, in terms of format. Obviously, we added Whodle to it. We do a little bit of 13. But it would be great to sort of talk a little bit about that. And yeah, that's sort of that. That's sort of the exciting thing. I do want to talk about all the little projects I have got on the go at the minute. I will be uploading some more stuff on the main channel at some point. Obviously, I've just done a big bulk upload of a bunch of music stuff, so I'm probably going to just leave that to linger for a bit now. But definitely down the line, I do want to be making some more content again, so you can look out for that. But in the meantime, do check these out. Go and give them a bit of love. Go and give the Starbeast review a little bit of love. Come on, it's not doing too well. The reviews don't tend to. This one absolutely killed it, so thanks for that, by the way, because that's fucking unreal. But yeah, you know, go and give stuff a little bit of love. That'd be really greatly appreciated. On the other side of that, I know we've talked about it endlessly, but obviously I'm not going to be here for a few weeks, so I do want to just really promote the shit out of it one last time. Please do go and check out our podcast, Nostalgia Bit. It is something that, again, I am immensely proud of. It's on Spotify here, Nostalgia Bit. There's a brand new episode every single Thursday. We've not took a break from that. We've never stopped. We've never missed a week since we started back at the beginning of February this year. We've done every single week, and there's always something interesting in there. We always have a lot of fun with it. It's pretty much the same thing you're getting here, but probably slightly less filtered, to be honest with you. We talk about a bunch of things. You know, whether you don't like the theme of one episode, next week might be for you. Whether it's music, whether it's sort of TV, whether it's film news, Marvel, Doctor Who, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's other TV shows like Naruto, which I don't watch but Cooper does, Marvel movies, as I said, YouTube, talking generally about the platform and just interesting stuff like that, Costco for some fucking reason, movies, Fallout, Star Wars, Marvel, yeah. We talk about a bunch of different stuff, and we always, again, like the live streams, always open to suggestions, always open to ideas, which you can pitch in our Discord server as well. So keep an eye on that. Check that out. But yeah, I'm really excited about the future of this show. It's on YouTube as well. We're trying to grow it everywhere, mainly YouTube at the minute. But obviously give it love on any platform would be greatly appreciated. And we're just trying to sort of big it up to that next level. When we get to the sort of end of the year, we're going to be coming up with some really exciting stuff. I've got a lot of really exciting projects and ideas that we're getting off the ground, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But if you're not already subscribed, I really appreciate it. I'll put it in the chat one more time. Do check it out. Do go and drop a subscription if you haven't already. Get us up to almost 200 subscribers would be lovely. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you for that. We'll be posting still new videos, new podcasts every single Thursday. Hopefully we'll not miss any. I don't think we will. So if you're missing the live streams and you're missing a little bit of waffle from me, you can always check back onto Nostalgia Bit. There'll be a brand new video, brand new podcast every single Thursday, 10 AM on the dot. And yeah, we are going to be going over to Twitch now. It's going to be a little bit of a break in between because I need to sort of set up a few things, but we do stream on Twitch every single Tuesday. This will probably be the last Twitch stream for a while as well, so now is your chance to join and watch me play a scary horror game where I may or may not shit myself. Yeah, and to round off the stream, the last thing we'll do before we head over to Twitch is show you guys what's in that fucking YouTube crate, because I know a few of you are still asking about that. You might have forgotten about it. My idea with this was, because now I've decided to mention it on stream, I'm going to show it, not explain, and then move on, effectively. Because what this is something that doesn't really make any sense for someone of my following to really get. Because this... this is a little bit cheeky. But it's effectively... a diamond play button for 10 million subscribers. So there we go, that's fun. That's a really cool thing to show up on stream. That looks amazing, of course. It's in a plastic wrapper. I don't want to take it out, but that's an actual diamond play button from YouTube. No, I didn't acquire it incorrectly. I work at a YouTube-based company, and I earned that, so that's fun. What even is this? What even is that? Oh, they got keys and stuff. Jesus Christ. But yeah, there you go. That's something I was teasing earlier on in the stream. That's a diamond play button. That's it. And it's a very cool thing to have in front of me. For those who have seen my Twitter and stuff before, you may have noticed that I did already have silver and gold plaques lying about the place. And now I've got the entire, complete collection of YouTube plaques. For things that, okay, technically I didn't earn for my own channel, but I've earned them as part of the work that I do, so it counts. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, so that is true. I do secretly manage a channel that has 10 million subscribers somewhere, and you'll never know what it is. Good luck. But thank you. I do look like KSI, especially with this haircut. My big forehead showing off here. Anyway, we'll be going over to Twitch now, so I'll see you in a couple minutes. We're going to be heading over there very shortly, so do stay tuned. I'll put a link in the chat to Twitch. If you're not already over there, you're not already joined in with our Twitch streams, press on the link, head over and wait, and we'll be there in just a minute. So yes, thank you all for watching. Hopefully see you all very soon, and yeah.